Your blood sugar is normal. Your doctor says you're fine, but your belly keeps growing. And that may be the warning sign. Because what your blood test doesn't show is this. Your liver, your blood vessels, and your pancreas may already be taking damage. And that can start years before diabetes ever shows up on a lab report. After you eat, carbohydrates break down into glucose in your small intestine. That glucose goes through the portal vein straight to your liver. Fats take a different path. They get packaged into carriers called chylomicrons. Then they enter your bloodstream. Up to this point, that's normal. That's how it works in everyone. The real difference starts with visceral fat. This is the fat packed between your organs, not the fat under your skin. And it's unusually active. It breaks down faster than subcutaneous fat. Then it sends free fatty acids straight into your portal vein. That means those fatty acids go directly to your liver. No detour. When your liver gets flooded with fatty acids, it starts storing them as triglycerides. Fat droplets begin building up inside liver cells. This is called non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. And yes, it can happen even if you don't drink alcohol at all. Inside those liver cells, the mitochondria start to struggle. These are the parts of the cell that help make energy. As they get stressed, they produce more reactive oxygen species, or ROS. These are harmful molecules that trigger inflammation. Over time, liver cells start to stiffen. That's the first step toward fibrosis or scarring. Now here's what makes this so dangerous. Your blood sugar can still look completely normal. Why? Because your pancreas is compensating. As your liver and muscles become less responsive to insulin, your beta cells release more and more insulin to force blood sugar down. So on paper, everything still looks fine. But inside your body, your pancreas is overworking. This state is called hyperinsulinemia. That means insulin is high even though glucose still looks normal. It's the hidden face. At the same time, your blood vessels are also under attack. Your liver starts making too many VLDL particles. These are fat-rich carriers that raise triglycerides in your blood. As that happens, your triglycerides go up. Your HDL, the so-called good cholesterol, goes down. And the worst kind of LDL starts to rise. Small, dense LDL. These tiny particles can slip through weak spots in your blood vessel walls. Once they get in, plaque starts to build. That's how atherosclerosis begins. And it can start while your glucose still looks perfectly normal. And visceral fat doesn't stop at the liver. MRI studies show that people with belly fat often store fat in places where it doesn't belong. That includes the pancreas, skeletal muscle, and even the heart. This is called ectopic fat, meaning fat stored in the wrong place. And here's an important point. The amount of visceral fat is the single best predictor of how much ectopic fat you'll have, no matter what your total body weight is. Now here's the part that surprises most people. In a large cohort study, men with a normal BMI but a large waist had an 87% higher risk of dying from any cause, compared with men who had the same BMI but no belly fat. For cardiovascular death, the risk was about 80% higher. In women, the risk of cardiovascular death more than doubled. So being normal weight with a belly was actually worse than being overweight without one. For Asian populations, the cutoff is a waist, circumference of 90 centimeters for men and 85 centimeters for women. And in a Japanese study, once visceral fat area reached about 82.5 square centimeters on a CT scan, the risk of metabolic syndrome jumped significantly. So let's connect the full chain. Visceral fat sends fatty acids straight to your liver. Your liver stores more fat and makes more harmful blood fats. Your pancreas works harder to keep blood sugar normal. Your blood vessels start building plaque, and fat spreads into organs that should not store it. All of this can be happening, while a standard blood test still says everything is fine. That's why rising blood sugar is often the last domino to fall, not the first. If your waist is over 90 centimeters, ask your doctor at your next checkup to check fasting insulin and triglycerides, not just glucose. In the next video, we look at whether visceral fat can actually be reversed and what a realistic 30-day strategy may look like. Subscribe if you want to see what everyday habits are really doing inside your body. This video is for educational purposes only. It is not a substitute for medical advice. Always consult your doctor about any health concerns.